Who do you reckon's going to win? I think City should win, but I mean, Forest have proven all season long they are not pushovers. And the way the two teams match up, both teams will get to play their styles today, right? Man City will get to play their high possession game. Nottingham Forest will get to play their counter-attacking game. Nottingham winning so many games this season with 30-something% possession. So I think, you know, all comes down to those moments, right? Forest a moments team, right? They have their moments on the counter-attack, and this season they have been good at taking them. Alright, I'm uploading this VOD now. Football coach arc? In my dreams. There was a point when I was like, I guess I'd probably describe myself very much just like a casual football fan, you know. Follow the results, watch the games where I can. But honestly, a job as a football analyst, that'd be sick. Wouldn't that be sick, you know? I mean, I only played football in like school teams and local teams, nothing that ever serious when I was younger. So I don't think I really have the qualifications or the experience to be like a coach. I know Chris has always said he would be interested in getting like his coaching badges and stuff. But like a football analyst, I used to watch. I don't watch them as much anymore, but I used to watch a lot of those. What was the website called? Does anyone watch them where they're basically just football analysis videos where they break down like the pressing structures and the out of possession situation? Tifo, yeah. So I used to watch a load of those videos, and then I'd watch the games and be like, I'm gonna try and focus on the pressing structure here as well. So I was getting quite into it for a bit, but I don't have as much time to watch football since I started watching more Overwatch. So you know, priorities and all that. Just beat your man. Simple stuff. Alright, where are we going then? Antarctic Peninsula. And we are now obviously at... we've had our Korean derby, and we are going to move now on. Ugh, English is my first language. I swear it, guys. It doesn't always seem like it is, but I promise you it is my first language. We're going to move on now to Pacific versus Japan. Now, these teams, I don't think it's mathematically impossible yet, but it's getting very close to mathematically impossible that they don't make it out. I think Varrel technically is already eliminated, right? They're already lost 2 games. MFC still have to play Falcons tomorrow. So Varrel are officially out of contention to qualify for playoffs. But Pride is on the line. Pacific versus Japan. We get one Pacific versus Japan matchup today, and we'll get another one tomorrow. Which region will come out on top? So regional Pride on the line. Varrel will kick us off with a Malga ban. MFC going to respond with a Tracer ban. But people seem to believe in Varrel slightly more right now. We're going to see Color Hex play as well. The wild card. Well, at least you're on brand, Nipple Boy. At least you're on brand. So, I don't know. It depends. It depends. Obviously, we know from MFC that they're just going to get a lot of the Junker Queen here. I feel like Varrel should be aware of this. Really should be aware of this. So, question obviously how they respond. We've seen a few different examples of counters to the Junker Queen over time. We've seen teams play Zarya into it. If you remember Toronto playing that into NRG Shock at the Stockholm playoffs. And Toronto kind of really smashed them in that matchup. On the other hand, we've also seen Ramatra at times he played into Junker Queen as well. And that feels like a more even matchup, but still some possibility. We saw KSG play a decent amount of Ram the other day. But Varrel now, we're starting on sub-level, as the gates are going to open here. And Varrel are going a very different direction. Bull, Torb, Sim, Bapelari. MFC going to be on the Farah Sojin as well. KSG is on the climb. Slam round the corner. Initial damage onto Aki, but Frogger is good with the boot. ColorHex is playing the opposite side right now. Whoa! Little bit of warp through space and time right there. Bull can move fast, but I promise you he can't move that fast. ColorHex will get pocketed off as KSG clears the flank, and now MFC, they're contracting their formation a little bit based off the mobility and danger of the ball dives here. Oh, but Romani's actually going to get caught. Little TP above from Nico. Gets the angle, finishes it off. Now they're trying to isolate ColorHex. And now, traded back. Kuki is traded, but tank advantage as KSG is going to roll through onto the backline right now. Slam comes in again. No one from Varrel really has an angle on KSG right now to follow up that damage. And ColorHex is going to try and bully his way back in the high ground. Looking for some of these high-value targets, but Romani's actually going to get killed again. 2 deaths for Romani already. Varrel have control of point, but Niang, controller for high ground, can get pocketed through this. Keep swinging, keep looking for pigs. ColorHex has taken a nano boost as well as he takes that kill onto Cloud. Now coming back up, ColorHex looking to finish it off. Nade is good, and ColorHex will finish the job. And MFC, they are going to be good for this retake eventually. KSG will be able to get out. TP away as well. ColorHex needs to be careful he doesn't get caught underneath. Romani's coming back on the Diva right now. A better response here to the ball. Varrel going to get themselves back on point. Any touch? There we go. Will be a touch through from Romani. Minefield comes out to make the touch harder, so they have to concede the flip. A very easy retake for Varrel and all of that. Now a beat push from Frogger, but it doesn't catch ColorHex. Disaster on the beat push right now. All they've got is the turret, but ColorHex doesn't even get close to an opportunity to use that barrage. Sleep now onto KSG in the backline. They're going to try and one-shot him. Shield perk out from KSG, or shields out from KSG. Does get himself out of that. Aki has actually gone for the biotic bounce here instead of the groggy perk. Feels like a mistake from Aki not to use the groggy perk into the ball here. Probably a big part of the reason they weren't able to get that kill. Now Varrel in control of point again, trying to play wide. They shut down ColorHex again, and ColorHex can't get anything going on these flanks. The wild card has been kept thoroughly in check so far from Varrel. Now pushing forward, looking for late kills. Get a few late kills here. And Varrel wants to hold a little bit close here. They still have 4 ults and these support ults in their back pocket the entire time. Molten Core symbol for fighting on point. It's looking very good for Varrel right now. Slam onto the rotation. KSG trying to force out something early. Trying to bait out the sleep. Frogger's taking some space top left. He's on the angle. He's looking for an adventure. Symbol comes out and Frogger's in a spot of bother right now. He'll get run over by KSG. Barrage right now, but just 2 out in the open here. Easy for him. Symbol on point. Captive Sun on point. And Varrel just have the overwhelming ult advantage here. Niang's overclock. Can't get anything in response. Mimosa didn't even need the window. Drops it at the end. And a dominant one for Varrel there.
Score 1-0.
Okay, and I think some of the initial problems we're talking about here is one, Junker Queen very hard into this. We talk about size of map quite a lot here. And this is a really big map, which makes something like Junker Queen quite hard. It'll be a bit more straightforward for Romani if he wants to use it on Labs and on Icebreaker. But the same thing also hinders ColorHex here. There's not a lot of areas ColorHex can really play and exploit that favor Farah here. Again, Icebreaker, it's going to be better for it. We're on to Icebreaker right now, and Varrel will keep running the same comp. So now all of a sudden this map feels like it should actually be harder for Varrel's comp rather than better. Cloud and Mimosa, I feel like, are going to have a really difficult time getting a lot of space. Someone heal Niang. There we go. Turret taken down from ColorHex. He's just on the Genji this time, and ability to be more direct. Now Slam comes through from KSG. They're going to swing on it as well. It's a 1-for-1 trade only, but KSG is still putting pressure on. Frogger's going to get caught as they try and branch out of that one here. They are trading kills backwards and forth right now. Pushing forward, Cloud trying to deal with it. TP away, but Aki not out of danger. And they will clean it up eventually. I feel like I want to see more situations here where MFC are being more active, essentially. Like this Alari, this BAP should feel like they're too greedy. What you want if you're MFC is you want to try and bait KSG to use his cooldowns, bait his engage. If you get a bit of a clear on that ball, don't need to kill him, just clear him. And then you can walk, then be very aggressive with your amp and your shout timing. take Cloud and take Mimosa out of these meaningful positions. Now the slam comes through. They've baited that one out. Now is the time for MFC to go, but Romani takes a lot of damage. They're going to be slowed down. Might need to wait for their next timing to clear the ball. Now a chance to clear the ball, but they're trying to walk forward. Frogger's going to get caught by the slam. Niang finds the kill anyway, though. They lose Romani on the walk-in. Niang is now separated a little bit here. Deflect onto the turret. Color Hex will clean that one up. But with no tank, it's going to be hard to get a foothold onto point. You can see Varrel, they're just happy to rotate to the other side of the map. Try and keep the distance from that Genji and that Junker Queen. Now Molten Core comes out onto point. Kitsune rush straight over it there. Don't know about that one. Frogger's going to hit a two-person beat. Captive Sun onto that one as well. And Frogger... Oh, he seals the Mega, actually. Frogger might just get out of dodge. All the way in, all the way out. But they're still dying on point. Frogger took two players' attention. But it's not stopped Varrel cleaning up the kills. And now they're getting forced further and further back. And Varrel, complete control still. B push, Kitsune rush, not helping MFC close the gap. One more chance for MFC. Again, KSG starting above them right now. Mines available from this one. Romani's going to take a little walk forward. Slam comes out. They get forced back. KSG will pick up the shields. Window now comes in as they try and boot someone. Niang has responded with the overclock. Needs value. Nice little two-tap onto Nico there. Drops down another one for him as well. Lamp has been forced out. Mimosa is low. Niang needs pocket, but he has full pocket. MFC have stabilized underneath. Now they clear the ball. Oh, no, it's still rolling around. Now they can clear the ball and walk forward. Niang swinging into everything, though. He's going to slide further forward. The turret is behind you, Niang. Help Niang. Oh, my God. He's lost in the source. The turret. The turret's on the wall. Culhex is going to try and clutch with Blade. He's got one. He's got two. He gets the touch. They've got the flip. Symbol now. Varrel want to keep the fight going. Full beam Val. Romani's got the rampage. Pocket from Aki as well. They're all awfully low, but KSG still finds the kill. And they can't follow up any kills on that TP away from the slash. Nicely played from Nico. Frogger is back for one more touch. Romani's going to shout forward, but he's just held back. They do kill Nico, but Frogger is 1 HP. Onto Niang to get the touch. The flip goes through. Niang slides onto point. Frogger, one more touch maybe. He's coming for it. He's going to get it. He's going to die immediately afterwards, and Varrel will be Captive Sunning in spawn. Actually, a Suzu towards point. The Captive Sun hits both of them. Mines as well. There we go. These ults will eventually finish the job. Boot back. Romani punches through all the mines to trigger overtime for one last time. And Varrel take the first map 2-0. And not the greatest look here. Didn't feel like they were really able to deal with that Varrel comp at all. Ooh, I feel like I'm going to sneeze, but now I've spoken it into existence. The sneeze is going to disappear. Why does this always happen? Why does acknowledging the sneeze make the sneeze run away? Any scientists in chat that can explain it? The fool of the oceanic region. I'm a scientist. The sneeze is shy. Edging me. Okay, so not a promising start at all, actually, here. From MFC. Was hoping for a little bit more. And I guess the worst thing here is it feels like what should have been a more aggressive version of the comp, especially on that icebreaker. Just turn this down a little bit. But especially on the icebreaker there, we're talking like a closed map, a Junker Queen. We want to run down this Papillari. Like, I feel like most teams, or like if they run out on a Bap Illari on icebreaker, it should just be impossible. You know, I feel like a Lucio Genji with the shout timing from a Junker Queen should really take over in a lot of these situations. I mean, I have to give credit. I think a lot of Nico's TPs were good during all of this. So a lot of these TPs to disengage that aggression did cause them problems.
Chinese for celebration, Chinese for celebration, Chinese for nothingness, Chinese for unity, Chinese for fullness, newbie symbol, Leo, Caduceus, Chinese for acquisition, Chinese for moon.
Thank you, Brian. I didn't know he was able to translate for us as well. Thank you, Enks, for 13 months. Welcome back. Cheers, Brian, for the translation. All right. Why didn't they ban like a Torb or a Sim? I don't know if they just weren't expecting it, right? But yeah, it feels like the Sim was really the key for Varrel in terms of the Sim TP creating space for a backline that normally has a hard time, is like slow at rotations. Suddenly with the Sim TP, you're not slow on rotations anymore because you can TP. So I think Nico was actually a fundamental part of Varrel's success on that map. And now, obviously, what Varrel also have at the back of that is they have a composition that they've proven is very effective into MFC. So now, all of a sudden, when if Varrel ever get a chance to pick a map in this series or take it a certain direction, they can start taking it in that direction as well. They've been playing it for a while as well. Have they always played it on Antarctic Peninsula? Because I feel like that icebreaker should be so difficult. Collector's internet went out. Isn't he streaming? Color Hex is back. Okay. I'm sure we'll restart the stream in a second. Boost Color Hex's internet. Get him back online. Get him back online. All right, choice for MFC though. So the expectation here, we probably go like a New Junk City or something, maybe. New Junk City, chance to play Junker Queen. They can also maybe use a ban on the Sim even. Maybe they want to protect Junker Queen, but they could ban the ball, right? Ban the ball, go Junker Queen. Get to play on home turf and all that. So that's probably what we expect most out of MFC. I don't know if I'm I mean, obviously, if I'm Varrel, if Tank is available to ban, maybe I can just ban the Junker Queen on one of Junker Queen's good maps, you know? And have a pretty good option. If not, maybe I can make a different type of target. Maybe even the Lucio or something would be a pretty good target, right? What was the ban on that first map? Who was it who banned Lucio? Let me... Which way round? Yeah, there was no Lucio ban. Yeah, it was Malgar and Tracer. So yeah, they could just ban Lucio as well. I think that would be a pretty reasonable way to interfere with the Junker Queen comp as well. If you don't give the opportunity to ban Tank. So I think actually Varrel have a couple of good options here for bans. So yeah, I think this is... Yeah, it's not straightforward here. Even if as long as they send it to New Junk City and protect the Junker Queen. Like Juno Brig or something you can make work, or a Juno Kiri type thing. I guess maybe some of the questions has to go towards what's going to be Esperanza, actually. Interesting then. So go in a different direction. We'll see what the bans are now. Obviously, MFC to kick us off. Torb ban. All right. Adds up a little bit, doesn't it? But if I'm Varrel, an option to ban the Junker Queen. Option to ban the Lucio. Lucio is the choice here from Varrel. So again, they keep that Junker Queen ban in their back pocket. Maybe saving it for one of their own map picks or something. But this means, for now at least, Romani can keep playing the Junker Queen, but we'll have to do it without a Lucio Frogger, the target of this ban. Okay, so seems pretty reasonable from both teams. Both teams have sort of disadvantaged each other a little bit here. Heroes can get banned once by each team. Right? Yeah, you're right, Grant. So once by each team. So we could see 2 Lucio bans in the same series if both teams choose to ban it on like different maps. Yeah, so we mentioned it a bit earlier, but yeah, I guess the question is like, how deep is Frogger's hero pool? Will they just go to like a Juno Brig version, a Juno Kiriko version? What does Frogger really have in the back pocket? And really, have to also say, we've not seen too much of a wild card yet. Yeah, they are going to put bans into ranked as well. So it's so there'll be some kind of mirroring of the system. Although I think you're going to get more bans in ranked, right? You're going to get 2 bans per team, is that right? All right. Okay, locking in then. Going to be Ramatra coming out from KSG here. Romani is going to start the Hog.
Let's get this done.
No Widow from Color Hex. It's going to be Hog, Tracer, Sojourn, Mercy, Kiri. Alright, you can ban Lucio, but you can't ban Mercy as well. So now it feels like, I guess, Niang is going to be getting full pocket. So, we need a bit of a carry out from him, don't we? We need Romani to find these hooks, swinging on the left-hand side. Opportunity. Tries to gamble, now he'll re-swing there. Now the push back onto Romani. No Anna in play here for Varrel as well, so Hog will be very durable. Color Hex has his recall forced after that attempt. Aki is threatening the flank as well. Taking this duel. Niang has been forced back, but obviously full pocket, no problem for him. Another hook goes wide from Romani, and Nico actually finds the opening pick. Any chance of a res? Maybe not. He's died right out in the open. KSG camping it. Actually, Frogger goes for it now. Frogger, he'll die for it. Trades his life for Niang's. Slow comes out, but Niang still manages to slide away. Romani has rotated towards the high ground now. Still trying to find another pick. But he's not found anything yet. Oh, now just rocket damage. Cleaning up everything. Question now for MFC. Do they swap?
Robots pushing.
Seems like the answer should probably be yes. Junker Queen is the hero change from Romani coming through. Frogger onto the Juno. So a more standard looking composition here. But Varrel have some ult advantage to snowball forward with. They've got that barrage from Kuki. And they've got KSG coming up close to that Annihilation. Chance for Color Hex with a pulse bomb, but we're going to see Cap go through already. Color Hex instead will take the flank through on the right hand side of our screen now onto that high ground. Hard to pulse bomb a Farah out of the sky though. You can see, we saw this earlier as well. Stalker doing the same thing on this map. Just marking that right hand side, taking that flank opportunity away from MFC. Now on the low ground, Niang is going to try and take over this right-hand side. Rocket to the face will slow him down. Suzu probably wasted there by Aki. Don't know if he really needed that. So they're going to walk in with this form timing. Wide swing from Nico. Looking for the Tracer behind with his rail. But Color Hex, he can take the Farah out of the sky. Color Hex with a big kill on the flank as the Annihilation push comes in. But Color Hex for wild card. But it is Suzu for pulse bomb. But he's doing it all. He's pulled apart the backline single-handedly. And now they can overwhelm KSG with that Kitsune rush. And here we go. MFC get a foothold. They have conceded 81 meters off that. But, at least a chance back, right? A chance back. And they had to use Kitsune Rush and Pulse Bomb. It's technically a 2-for-1 trade, but Pulse Bomb is what it is, right? Now Varrel coming back. They have double support ult. MFC might have to consider... If I'm them, I'm probably considering, can I go early with Overclock, force a support ult out? But they're coming out the high ground right now. Overclock from Nico first. Niang will respond. Niang taking Mimosa's head off as well. They've raid. But now no chance to use the Kitsune Rush. And Frogger can match this raid. But they might not even need it because Niang is good for it again. He was impressive yesterday against the Koreans. Continues to do well with his Overclocks here. And now a chance to push for a cap of their own. Front foot for MFC. They've got the Ray. They've got... the Rampage. Obviously need to play around Mimosa's Suzu timing here. Worth noting Nico's gone onto the Tracer as well here. So now no hit scan at all for Varrel. Holding onto the high ground here is Romani. Shout has been used. Drop onto point from KSG. The angle slide behind. Ray is used, but Frogger gets caught. Goes down, but the Ray is still going. Barrage as well. Stops him using that Ray, but Romani finds the kill. They're trying to walk forward. Rampage comes in. Two-person Rampage. Mimosa doesn't have the Suzu. Will get taken down. I think the Rampage has done the job. Romani will clean up on point. Juno behind only. Needs to die on point here, Cloud. There we go. Thank you, Confessor, for the 1 gifted sub as well. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Robotic Addy. Color Hex now trying to clean up a flank as Nico is behind harassing them. Color Hex happy to mark in this angle though, make sure there's no danger from behind. MFC have the chance to take the lead with this next fight, and they're going to have a Kitsune Rush very soon versus a whole lot of nothing from Varrel. Niang is going to be forced back, slow on him as well. Full pocket coming through. It's an aggressive swing. Kitsune response from Aki, and now trying to get the flank in, but Cloud is going to get caught too far forward. Kuki's trying to play this off angle, but has to get out of dodge. Niang on the chase, won't let him get out. Die on point angle for KSG, and MFC will take the lead. And then some as well. They're maybe a little bit short of ults now, MFC, but Pulse Bomb for Color Hex, another opportunity. The Annihilation will be the big one that's difficult for MFC to deal with. They really have to consider a disengage in this situation. If Niang can get the overclock, that can just help keep that from Marcher from being too aggressive. They're swinging through left-hand side for this retake. KSG is going to walk up. Pops his first form timing. Romani is now a little bit split. Overclock in response, though, buys some valuable space for him. Actually catches for Farah as well. KSG uses the Annihilation now. They need to help Romani out here. Damage being pumped in from Niang just to try and relieve that pressure, but Romani is trapped in deep. They're dealing with the Tracer behind. They are killing the Tracer behind. Color Hex was marking it. Niang will finish the job. And Romani has survived that Annihilation push as well, so they can keep going forward. I think they've just used form as well. Good trade from Mimosa. High value. May swap from Kuki and all of this, but the Rampage is out. Any Suzu? Ice Block force from Kuki. Cloud is awfully low. They can't finish the kill, though. Color Hex has to reload at the worst time. Pulse Bomb attempt onto the main. No, Ice Block. Damage as well. Wait, they might just be doing it all. All of a sudden, the Pulse Bomb does so much damage. They'll kill the Kiriko. And are they just going to full push? 81 meters down into immediate full push. Doom swap from KSG back. One of these better heroes. Ray out of spawn, but KSG gets deleted. Frogger's got the rate to match. Trade is good onto Romani. Both support ults used from Varrel. But now a later Kitsune Rush from Ake. Looking to finish the job. Might just be doing it. Has to deal with the Tracer. Doom is back one more time. KSG, he can't buy enough time. And MFC full push Esperanza. I think we can call that one a comeback. We can call that one a comeback. Frogger breaks for Lucio ban. Wow. Yeah, what a response there. I mean, the hog misadventures on first did cost him 81 meters. So it's fair to say it can be optimized a little bit, right? It can be optimized a little bit. But once we got back onto the Junker Queen, once we got that going, now we're talking, right? Now we're talking. Now time for Romani to beat the Junker Queen ban. I mean, the Hog didn't convince me, if I'm being honest with you. Hog Mercy is the answer. I mean, they didn't win a fight and lost 81 meters, but I mean, I guess it could still be the answer. It just doesn't mean it's a good answer. Yeah, bad answers and stuff sometimes. You've heard Color Hex say Lucio ban buffs MFC. What is it? Takes just puts the reins on Frogger, you know. He can't go on any misadventures when he's stuck on the Juno. 1 for 12 on Preds. We've got to keep doubling down, Lenart. Keep doubling down. Makes Frogger heal. Yeah. I mean, Color Hex actually, some really nice moments on Tracer from him. Pulse bombs were good both times. Obviously, the first one was Suzu, but he kind of done the damage already. And then, yeah, successful ult trades. Dealt with the Annihilation push really well. Varrel look a lot weaker on this version of the comp, right? Like a sort of push-pull, brawly type mirror. So now we've seen from both teams clear examples of where they think their strength is in the series, and we might be getting to a classic tennis situation where both teams try and hold their serve. Varrel's map choice now. Lots of options to play comps that are favourable for a greedier backline, favourable for ball. Something like, I mean, the map pool's bigger in Korea in Asia as well. It's bigger in Korea, but it's also bigger in Asia. Confirmation of the map pool here. So obviously we can only play each mode once. We've had control. We've had the push right there. But as you can see, Escort Hybrid. very, very good options here for Varrel in terms of taking us to something that's going to be a pretty tricky map to deal with for Bull. Pretty tricky map to deal with. They want to get like a Bapalari or some kind of greedier backline off again. Lots of bad maps for Junker Queen in this, right? Paricio, Blizzard World, even Blossom Nirvana, Gibraltar, Route 66, even Rialto, right? Like, there's so many bad maps for the Junker Queen here. And you also got to bear in mind if I'm Varrel, maybe I am worried about Flashpoint because Flashpoint's going to be the hardest map type for sure. But it's 1-1. You need to win 2 maps. You do have advantage in serve, right? So if Varrel pick this map, if they win that map, then they lose map 4 because MFC take them to Flashpoint. They can still pick again, right? They can pick map 5. I think we'll talk about it more when we get to it. But I think if I'm MFC, it's really important if they get the map choice on map 4 and Flashpoint is still open, probably don't pick Flashpoint. We'll talk about that more if that situation comes up, but basically the idea is don't pick Flashpoint, pick one of the other maps if you are MFC, because the Flashpoint maps are both fine for your comp type thing, you know? Oh, what happened to my sound? Oh, it's just a song change, okay. What's the question? Sorry. What's the best Brawl, Escort / Hybrid? So I think Havana for sure on the Escort. King's Row maybe on the Hybrid, but honestly, none of them feel great. But King's Row is probably the closest. Do we see MFC ban Lucio themselves to keep Frogger off it? I mean, they've only won the maps when he's been off Lucio so far. So, you know, you guys do the math. You guys run the stats on that one. Or Farting Menace 232 in the YouTube chat. We were talking about you earlier, actually. We were praising you, in fact. I was looking at my YouTube comments on Uncoachable this morning. Saw your comment. Made me chuckle. Made me chuckle. You were wrong, of course. We are scientists, you know. Alright, Flashpoint. Okay. Alright, so let me answer Enx's point first. So probs pick Escort so they can't pick Havana, right? Yeah, I think that would make a lot of sense, Enx. But instead, they're going to go a slightly different direction here. So obviously, we talked about Flashpoint, both maps being good. But maybe they ban Junker Queen. That's a funny looking Junker Queen. They're going to ban Farah? I was going to say, because we talked about the Flashpoint maps both being bad for the type of comps Varrel wants to run versus the type of comps MFC wants to run. So, Saravasa is slightly better. You can ball on Saravasa much more than New Junk City. So maybe they wanted to do some of the logic we were talking about. Take away, play Saravasa, a bit of a better map for ball. But I don't know why they wouldn't ban Junker Queen. What are they saving the Junker Queen ban for? Protecting Torb. I mean, Torb's already been banned, so they don't need to protect Torb. They could be protecting Sim. But I don't know. I feel like, obviously, protecting Sim is something like Sim is nice. And Farah's good into the Torb Sim as well, so you sort of get a 2 for there. But the damage a Junker Queen ban can cause, I feel, is much greater than any defense the Protect ban can do. Oh, hey, Fallen Names. Welcome back. Thank you for the 9 months tier 1. Alright, we'll see how this translates into reality, but consider my eyebrows raised on this one from Varrel. So, okay, Varrel gets to play most of the comp they want, but with the Alari ban, we'll, at least for now, lining up on Kiri Lucio. KSG hanging around, starting this one. So Varrel will be playing the Torb Sim here. Again, there's going to be a lot of emphasis here on Nico's ability to rotate and get mainly him and the Torb out of dodge with some of these. Whoa! Slow down, speed up. Boost, boost, boost. Alright. Frogger is fast to mid. Runs into the ball. Little bit of harassment. Forces him away. And we'll get this slower fight now starting over point here. Very difficult distance here for the Junker Queen comp to cross. Last time we saw Color Hex with a big flank really take up and open up and deal with a lot of that backline for him. Romani's going to move onto point right now. Boop onto point, though. Slide in from Liang. He's not scared. He'll use it as a little helping hand. Another slide comes through. Liang is low, will fall. TP to try and keep him alive. Many trades going back and forth so far, and Romani will get taken down by that slam. But Color Hex still battling away with Aki. He'll fall. Color Hex now in a 1v2. A sim ball is really not an easy 1v2 either, so Color Hex is going to concede that space, concede the flip. And we'll get forced all the way out. Now retake again. And I still think MFC could be doing a much better job at finding times around the ball. KSG. Spider-Man in the corner. Waiting, but MFC are actually coming the other side, so KSG will need to reposition. Easy enough on ball. Color Hex will try and poke him out. KSG will look to avoid that one coming through the slam. Ball has now been forced out a little bit. Now it's the timing for MFC to go forward. Still difficult to cross that point, though, so we're just going to tiptoe onto point. KSG will be ready for another engage. Disrupt a shot of a choke to force point. KSG swings through. Not a lot of damage onto KSG here, so we can re-engage very quickly again. Aki is going to get caught. There we go. KSG comes back in. TP in from Nico. TP out from Nico. Just a bit of harassment. But with the kill on Aki, that's their main source of healing gone. And MFC are going to have to back it up, but they need to stabilize. Romani is so low underneath. Defensive shout right now. He is so low, though. Another slam onto him. Slash comes through, trying to give himself the self-healing. Suzu back in time from Aki, and actually KSG gets punished for that one. Now they're walking onto point. Color Hex has triggered overtime. Knife onto Kuki right now. There we go. Slash in. Romani lives. Romani gets the cleanup. Now the knife in is good from Romani again. He's played this Junker Queen before, hasn't he? And MFC get the retake for nothing more than the price of a pulse bomb.
Hello.
Happy with that if you're MFC. Lots of good ults to retake with here, Varrel. Mainly all of them. They're all very good ults for fighting on point, forcing the objective. They can make it very difficult for MFC. The only thing they have to be cautious of is they just try and force point too much, group up too much. Maybe there's a big rampage timing for Romani. Kitsune rush aggressively for Aki on the rotation. They're going to Kitsune rush in response. Back on point, but oh my god, KSG! Mine's on point. The boop is in there. Mimosa sends him in. And oh boy. Just as it looked good for MFC, they get absolutely deleted at the start of that ult trade. And now KSG should be able to just clean up quite easily from here. Romani finds a kill on point, but Cap goes through though. Romani will die a little bit late. Won't make the biggest difference in this next fight. Frogger getting involved. Needs to be careful not to die again. Will die again. Nice little late kill for Varrel. Help him set up on the next point. And Mimosa's going to go over. Still 15 seconds till the point unlocks.
Have MFC considered winning the fight? I think it would really help them.
Thank you, Creed, for the tier 1. 9 months total, 6 in a row. And free coaching for MFC as well. What a bargain. Liang has full rail, misses that one. KSG is actually quite low here. Simple to make sure KSG lives. Rampage over the top, though. Beat response from Moser keeps everyone alive. Frogger will mirror the beat. But now Nico, he's getting that beam as the Molten Core comes out. Chance to walk onto it here, but he's getting harassed here by CommanderX for Pulse Bomb. Manages to avoid all of it somehow, Nico. And now can keep walking forward. Romani is run over right now, but Varrel invested very heavily into that. They will get the cleanup just about. Struggling with the Aki kill here, but Cloud will bail him out of that 1v1. Trying to catch Frogger potentially, but Frogger should be able to get out from here. Color Hex lining up with Frogger actually, see if there's any late kills here, but I think it's just for 2 of them right now. I don't know if MFC can really contest this. KSG will be able to keep a point from flipping. And MFC will wait for their team to come back on this one. So 3 ults invested there from Varrel. They have the Kitsune rush now to mirror Aki's, and they have the mines on top. Last time the mines was devastating, but this early Suzu forces a relatively early Kitsune rush. Color Hex kind of blinks into that kunai vote. Early recall force as well. MFC are trying to bide their time. They have a much later Kitsune rush. Kitsune rush on point as they try and walk forward. Now KSG will come slamming in. Mines on point. The Yang slides over all the mines. Will clean some of them, but it means he can't help with this dive. They're trying to flip a point off it, but KSG is just buying time. Wasting that Sojourn's time, and they've killed Romani, the minefield again. No direct kills this time. Overclock pop from Niang, just waiting for his opportunity. Oh, he's cooked. He's cooked. He can't find anyone to shoot. And it's falling apart from MFC. The point goes over as well. Oh, dear. And it's all sort of falling apart a little bit for MFC. Not a good bet, that one. Not a good bet. And now, on to point D. MFC need to reverse sweep the map. They are having all sorts of problems dealing with this Torb Sim ball comp. Color Hex has a pulse ready to go, but Nico has the wall. Turret's already set up on point. Level 3 perks coming online for a lot of players right now. Nico here, instead of going... He's actually got the extra sentry turret as well as the perk that gives you extra shields from your TP. So rather than have a range perk on his gun, he wants the extra protection. He's doing a lot of these harassment TPs. He's going to drop a sim wall. He's TPing back and forth. And extra shield healing is going to come into play a little bit. Niang is forced to rotate, but Romani just dies on point. Pulse bomb not good this time from Color Hex. And now... Oh, wait! Niang's got 2 of a disruptor shot. He's not out of it yet. Has he set themselves up for a clutch? Frogger gets 1 more trade. Aki, there's a turret on the wall behind, causing Aki all sorts of problems. 1v2 though for KSG. He's half HP. He's going to take the TP out. I think Mimosa might be back as well. And that's Nico, sorry, dying on point. Frogger gets booped in. KSG doesn't want to give the flip. Respawns are coming back in. I don't think Color Hex and Frogger can close this one out. Romani is back now. KSG with another touch, another slam. Pressure onto Frogger, but KSG dies for that one. Knife into him as he lands. Mimosa has the beat, but I think they're just playing for time at this point here. And they will eventually clean up the point, MFC. They'll get the flip. Varrel coming back with 4 ultimates, though. Double support ult to match it for MFC and the rampage over the top. So I think if I'm MFC, very much will be quite happy to take the support ult trade, try and force out both no support ults, force out the Suzu, and then set Romani up for the rampage finisher. KSG, mine's on point again. Last time he's got both times he's got lots of good separation actually. And this time he just separated Niang. He's going to go for him right now, but TP on. Kitsune Rush is going to be met by beat. Mimosa still has the later beat right now, but he can't get it off. Niang is on the hunt. Mimosa can't invest. Damage on point. Niang is still quite low. They've lost Color Hex, but they can regroup on coast. Clear the TP, clear the turrets, get themselves on point, and they should be able to get the flip here. Kuki is trying to buy a little bit of time. He has the Molten Core. He is stuck on coast. KSG is back now on the ball. Pressure onto Niang. Coming through. Slash onto KSG. He's actually just dead here, surely, right? Yeah, he's just dead. KSG makes a bit of a mess of that one. And now the chase is on. Looking for the knife back in. There's another turret on another bloody wall. But Romani's going to ignore it. Walk forward looking for the trade kills. Can't find anything with the knife. But they only used the 2 ults there, MFC, for that retake. So we're in a pretty good spot, actually, all things considered. Kitsune Rush to match for beat. Rampage can still be the finisher. Beat push comes in. 5-man beat is hit. Kitsune Rush comes out. Not enough to save Frogger. Rampage comes through now. Catches Kuki only. Kuki is so low. He'll bleed to death. Mimosa is... Nico's going to get topped back up to full. Romani's still battling away, but all the turrets for Simba Torb. It's so difficult. Romani's going to get staggered out here. Maybe TP in. They're going to try and make it 5. They just... walk into the sim there. Romani gets the kill back up to full HP. And maybe, just maybe, he's making it work. TP has been forced. Slash is a miss. Loses his Kiriko to the ball. Now Romani trying to do it all. Knife is going to be Suzu'd. Cloud has the Kitsune Rush right now. Color Hex is trying to take the fight, but so hard to fight the Kiriko on the Kitsune Rush. Romani on the flank. Frogger coming in too. Frogger looking for the boot in. They've actually killed KSG while all of this goes on. No minefield for him now. Romani is awfully low. They need to keep this one contested. They lose Romani. Niang swinging onto point. Has Varrel. Can't find the shot, but they get the kill anyway. Niang now has a different angle. Eyes onto Nico. Slides into him. Goes for a punch and drive pass. Frogger's trying to finish the kill. TP away again. They can't kill Nico. He's given him the slip. A beat from Frogger though should be the finisher. And MFC will keep themselves alive in this map. Force back here. Hell of a dogfight. Frogger didn't really want to have to invest in that beat, but can't take any risks. Niang couldn't find the kills quickly enough. Nico just kept giving him the slip. You see the difference there the sim perk makes? I'll get you the name of it though for, yeah. Shield Battery, that's the name of the perk. The Shield Battery perk actually makes a lot of difference. Aki is now back on the Moira, which is an interesting choice. He does keep dying on the Kiri. So maybe the Moira is just more durable. We'll see if that turns out to be the case. Minefield for KSG right now. Looking to get some separation. Isolate Romani with this one. Going for it now. Romani's going to try and get out. Takes so much damage on the way. Can't get out. KSG's Minefield's been good for the value every time. And with that swap, they should just be good. But Niang, he wants to fight. He's going to take the mini. He's got the overclock going. Ball's going to peek him, and he can't really get out here. He's got full Moira pocket. He's got most of a rail. But they've been forced back and forced to wait for Romani. Now the swing. They don't want to let him wait for Romani. They're pushing onto him here. Molten Core to keep going. All over the choke. Protecting the TP as well. Niang will slide out. Defensive shout from Romani to try and keep Niang up. And he does. Color Hex with the pulse. Goes wide. Romani with the repush. Now Cloud's actually boots in. Able to get off with that shuffling perk. Now the Coalescence comes out from Aki. Can't find any key targets right now. Just trying to clear him. That bloody turret is on the wall as well. So annoying to deal with. Romani's trying to deal with it, but he doesn't have the range. Mimosa's going to beat over while this happens. Rampage comes through for Romani. He's trying to get out of dodge with that one. The beat from Frogger only catches 2. The symbol denies it. Oh, disaster ult trade, and that'll just be the map slipping away from MFC. The touch is going to be so hard. The wall turret is so annoying to deal with. They need Niang to clear it. Like, Niang and Frogger are the only ones who can poke it out, really. Stop coming back from Romani. Can't touch the point. Kitsune rush to finish the job. And Varrel regain the lead in this series. All right, let me grab a drink, because that was a dogfighty one. We still got plenty more to come. We will obviously get now MFC's map pick. Probably Havana is the choice. Probably Havana is the best for them to try and get away with the Junker Queen. It still sets them up a difficult map 5, but you know, we can cross that bridge when we come to it type thing. So yeah, Varrel again with the lead. MFC's turn to pick. Get a drink. Oh. My fiance just got back. Town was rammed. Rammed for the big game. Queue round the corner for the pub. People are excited. Is it the 12:30 kickoff as well? Yeah, 12:30. Fast approaching. Team news in. Thank God you're not leaving your house. Yeah. United v Arsenal tomorrow. Oh, we're always good in the big games, Max. It's just every other game that is the problem. Just every other game that's a problem. Alright, MFC Kings Row here. So, yeah, Hybrid and Escort left. Both difficult maps. They're going to ban the Sim here, MFC. Varrel, though. Junker Queen ban open. There we go. Junker Queen ban taken from Varrel. Eyes now on Romani. Hero pool tested. Should be said, Ball is not a particularly good hero, I think, on King's Row. It can be a difficult one to find value. But also in KSG, find value on what we would also previously associate as difficult points for it. You think Diva or Ram? That seems reasonable. You gonna go out and enjoy the weather? I mean, it is a beautiful day. Beautiful day in Nottingham right now. Maybe I'll go for a walk. Or maybe I'll go for a walk, because by the time this finishes, the Forest City game will start. Everyone will be either in the pub or watching it. Or do I want to watch the game? Maybe I'll just watch the game from home. For those who don't know, I've said it before, but I live pretty close to the Nottingham Forest Stadium, so I can hear the crowd outside my window. So it might be an open window, enjoy the game, get a bit of the atmosphere live. Maybe that's what I'm destined to do. Yeah, it happens sometimes when I'm watching it, Trini. I'll hear the crowd cheering, and then I know, lock in, there might be a goal very soon. Alright. MFC need to win this game. Pride of the region on the line. Niang looking for a widow out of spawn. KSG will play Winston. Now Varrel. Very much a dive team. This is some of the comp they had success with when they were representing Team Japan at the World Cup in 2023. Winston, Doomfist, stuff like this. For now, though, KSG's actually jumped forward, gets naded, and just gets killed. Alright, so I promise you they're good at the comp, but apparently not on this occasion. Romani will start forcing points immediately here. Don't have to waste any time clearing high ground. Dink onto Kuki as well, forces him further back. Should be able to get this kill as well. Yeah, Niang gets that one. Disaster start for Varrel on the defense. Need to be careful. Frogger slips away from any possible trade. KSG is back on the Diva now. Dink onto Niang. Gets a coach gun out of there. 2 ticks given, but Romani has been cleared. And they have a chance. Color Hex has his recall force as well. They have to start touching points soon, though. Nico tries to get a more valuable angle. Kuki finds an even more valuable pick onto the backline here. Dynamite, nade, everything. And they will give a retake. They lose their Tracer in the push forward, but Tracer will get back quickly enough. They know there's a Tracer behind as well. Hunting Color Hex. Oh, 2 body shots, but Color Hex gets away. Chance that maybe he's going to run into Kuki in the spawn here, actually, so maybe difficult for Color Hex. I think he's got the Mega. The sleep from downtown from Cloud. My God. All right, Tracer dealt with. No problem, I guess. Let me just hit a cross-map sleep to take care of that one. Now Bob comes out of a choke, and honestly, the Bob might feel a little bit overkill. They had that opening pick. They had complete control of the choke. They will get all the cleanup as a result of this Bob. But have to question the ult investment there with a clear player advantage and complete map control. Still plenty of ults. Nianga's gone back over onto the Widow to try and find one of these picks. Romani now onto the Winston. They want to take the mirror. They're going to take the mirror. Well, the dive-ish mirror. Nano available for Aki, as it is for Cloud. Dive onto the high ground for Romani to take some space. Trying to clear this Diva. Fly in from KSG, just trying to keep everyone zoned. Doesn't get caught by that sleep. They're trying to put a bit of pressure. Now the Nano round the corner, looking for the kills. Ray comes out defensively. Defensive nade finds its way through the Matrix. KSG will back up, and they want to kill this Diva behind right now. KSG going to play for the Mega. Kuki is lurking for a Pulse Bomb, but it's all eyes on KSG right now. They want to clear him out. Romani's chasing him as well. Pulse Bomb is wide. And KSG in a spot of bother now. He's managed to an entire lap of the point. Now a Nano to chase. Coach Gun is good. Pulse Bomb is good too, though, from Color Hex. Cloud will fall. And now they clear out Kuki. Romani can just zone the backline. Another bubble in 1 second. KSG will be forced to self-destruct. Rally on point to keep it contested. But Moser is 1 HP. That is a rally jacks. Straight down for that one. And MFC have the opening, even though it took them quite a while. Lots of the ults invested there as well. Worth noting, Frog has made his way onto Lucio here. Romani, oh, not the prettiest jump. Everything will be okay, though. Niang is there to get the kills. And Color Hex can set up early for this next dive. No ults just yet for Varrel. It's going to be a Bob v Bob situation soon, but Romani will have this Primal Rage to throw into the mix. Early Dynamite from Niang, farming up the last part of his Bob. KSG has gone back into the Winston, happy to take the mirror. Color Hex spots for Winston out. Will be forced back. Payload has still got quite a long way to go here, so MFC are just going to let the cart roll for free for now. Take the Bob trade when it comes to it. They've got more ults to throw in over the top. KSG has to be very careful here. Many times when you're in this situation here, even though you got the Primal to dive backline, it's actually the Winston that can be the most isolated. KSG is going to get slept up as well. Going for the nade. Bob comes out. KSG in all sorts of trouble right now. Nika will be forced back up as the Bobs are traded, but KSG is long dead. Kuki will get cleared out of the flank right now as well, and they have to give space. They need to be careful not to get staggered here, Varrel. Romani, just a defensive bubble on the choke. They know the Tracer's behind. They want to chase this Tracer down. Romani doesn't jump over high ground. It's not the prettiest, but it's working. KSG regroups with the team. Cloud nearly has the Nano, but Varrel's still ult advantage. Nano onto the backline here, completely zoned. Can they put pressure onto KSG? Cloud doesn't have the Nano just yet. Defensive nade. Primal comes out as well. Sleep is going to be dodged. Cloud getting juggled in, but Aki's actually died during all of this. Romani's Primal, has it found anything? No. Just having to get out of dodge here, and that's... Oh, they had the opportunity there, MFC. They had the ults. Primal finds nothing. Nano Primal as well, both invested into that. Doesn't find anything from Romani. 1.5 minutes left to secure second point. Romani back onto the Mauga now. They have beat for this next push. Cloud has the Nano, and look at his position. He's set up for an aggressive nade. He wants MFC to come in further. Bait them in. Bait them in. Now the Nano dive. The nade is incredible. Beat from Frogger. Doesn't save Aki. The sleep is good, though. They still get the kill. Romani's trying to find this. Sleep comes back out here from Cloud. The payload is moving forward, though. The payload, the C9. Look, MFC are stealing it. KSG, he can't touch. They've stolen it. They gave him the slip, MFC. Free on cart. They've just stolen it. MFC. Looks like Varrel had the perfect setup, but no one was in position to hold for cart. Kuki wasn't there. They were also focused on the dive, the nade, getting the target. They rotate through. Color Hex starts for C9. Everyone comes to join him. And they've got a free second point there in a difficult situation there, MFC. Niang will dynamite on the high ground, clears KSG out. And now Romani will keep this payload moving. Coming up to the final straight right now. KSG has the Primal from the high ground. But MFC can keep forcing cart. But Kuki, oh, he's just found a kill and nothing on the backline there on that dive. Didn't have to invest any ults or anything. Niang is actually going to get the Mega here, so he's still alive behind. Romani will die and everyone will come back and deal with Niang. And they get a chance to set up forward again, Varrel, if they want. And they've got pretty much every ult in the book to do it with. MFC have to be very careful here. They can walk up, maybe Bob to try and deal with the initial dive, but they have to be ready to try and survive. They don't know Kuki is behind them right now. Sleep comes out from Aki as well. Kuki is biding his time. Pulse Bomb in hand. Kuki dies, actually. Niang's just got that one covered. Now they're trying to poke the Ash off for high ground. Rally from Mimosa, catches Niang with a bash. He has the Bob, doesn't use the Bob. Romani's traded one, though. KSG's going to have to jump out. Another low value rally. Romani's going to get slept on point. Nano comes in to save Romani. Primal comes in. They want to juggle the Malcolm. He's looking for the backline. Boot back by Frogger. KSG looks for more. Crushes Frogger. But Nano Primal so deadly with that heavy landing perk. And KSG will find the trades to allow Varrel to stabilize. And they hold on. Final 30 seconds. Look at Nico holding close to his bomb. He's been found by CommanderX. Oh my god. Maybe he found him. And Nico's just going to get out of dodge. They thought they found the Ash. They did not. Well, they did. But it was actually worse to find the Ash in that situation. Another tink onto CommanderX. This touch is going to be so hard. Niang bombs. Catches Mimosa early. Pressure onto KSG. Can they get the touch though? CommanderX is going to go for it. Still has recall. Now, onto point as well. Bob comes out in response from Nico. CommanderX can keep moving the payload away. They've lost Aki in the backline here. CommanderX can just keep this payload moving, though. Keeps it contested. They've lost the backline now, though. Desperate situation for MFC. Frogger has the beat coming back, but they need time. Mimosa just caught underneath a pulse bomb. CommanderX has used recall, though. He needs help on the next touch. Oh, Niang's not going to be able to make it. No chance to use the beat. No chance to get to that cage. And they'll be stopped partway through second. I mean, it's not been a masterclass so far on the brig from Mimosa. Not been a masterclass by a long shot, but the hold is still good, right? Highlights here. This is, I mean, the beat. You see it there. They get the beat off, and they all just rush to the point with the beat. They rush forward. Aki goes a slightly different way. Doesn't get the beat. Gets killed. But really not in the balance, right? In the balance. Too many mimosas for Mimosa? Well, it is the weekend. Little mimosa with brunch, why not? Okay. MFC. Need for hold here to force a map 5. Varrel seem willing to invest in the dive again, and MFC will mirror. Nico will be going for a Widow Peak out of spawn. Frogger will touch the spawn door. Surely won't get caught by the Widow, right? He's behind the wall, it's okay. Only a Winston to shoot at. Nico will take the free ult charge. And we'll be going over to the Ash afterwards. Dive mirror for this one. Lucio, the choice for Frogger. Brig, the choice for Mimosa. Dynamite's traded onto the Winstons right now. Nico's going to get caught on the rotation from Niang. This is going to slow Varrel right down. Nade onto Romani to keep trying pushing some space in case she wants to keep this high ground. Romani's going to dive for backline here, putting pressure onto the Ana. On top of the bus, trying to catch the Brig. Bash out available for Mimosa though. And they're a little bit low, but Varrel have stabilized. Nano charge slightly quicker for Aki right now. Same jump from KSG to try and take some space. Romani responds in the same way. Bubble onto the choke, and KSG will try and get the bubble off. Actually catches Frogger playing too far forward, and everyone was out but Frogger. How did that happen? KSG now taking the high ground again. Wants to pressure the Ash. Harassing from both sides, and now a chance to bubble off the choke. Clear out for Winston here. Pressure onto Romani. He will back jump. Romani will live. They'll survive for nade, and they have a Nano for this retake now, MFC. Nano going to be going Romani's way. Cloud is still 18% short. Nano comes in onto the backline. Mimosa will bash away. Trying to isolate the Ash right now. Double pack coming his way. Every pack coming his way. But Hover gets absolutely crushed. But KSG, he's just killed the entire backline. Free for KSG. Off the back of what felt like a dynamite hit from Nico as well. They're going to try and play for a trade here. But KSG is all over that. 4 for KSG. And that should be first point going the way of Varrel. Obviously, Varrel more than happy to end up in this mirror. Coming back now, Varrel will also... They got that one with for no ults, right? So they've got the Nano still. They've got the Primal ready to go as well. We saw KSG. Big value on that one. Means KSG will be getting close to this heavy landing perk as well to combine with his Primal. Which is obviously, if you don't know, it's the increased damage on your Primal... On your leap damage when you're Primaling. Aki playing very far back. ColorHex going to run into Kuki on the flank. Nade from downtown as Romani drops in, but doesn't find anything. Just a defensive bubble from KSG. Pulse bomb out is wide. Nade is better actually from Cloud, and now KSG going for sleep. Just enough to keep him alive right now, and Kuki can't finish the kill. Romani's going to try and live. KSG's going to try and bully him back. Winston's priming in each other's face, and the space is held from both teams. Cloud now has the nano to keep going, though. Romani with a bubble on point. Now the nano out. Pulse bomb comes out, but taken care of there as well. Sleep onto KSG. Again, good from Aki, but the nade from Cloud again. Just so much. And honestly, Varrel just making it easy for KSG. Dynamite nades on the backline. No problem. Aki is rotated forward. We'll get one more sleep onto KSG. Actually kills Mimosa on the way out as well. Some decent trades from Aki deny any sort of chance of a forward hold. And now look at Nico hiding in a corner.
What's up?
Looking for this early bob timing to catch them. Niang does have it to mirror, and Froggen nearly has the beat to deal with his next dive. Varrel have used most of their offensive tools already, so we're going to try and rely on this surprise bob from the left. MFC. Oh, they found him. Nico's got a coach gun towards his bob for protection. Beat out in response from Frogger. Only catches free as a defensive nano onto Niang as well. So they responded very heavily to this one, MFC. Both support ops and the bob invested. And now a clear rally advantage for Mimosa. KSG diving in again. Bubble onto Niang. Will force him back. They clear Romani. They can rally into him as well. Romani is going to go nowhere there. Good play from Varrel. They realise there, if KSG just zones the backline, they rally in, they can catch Romani. A quick second point, and now MFC. 2-1 down in maps. 4 minutes to hold on third point. Romani will be swapping onto the Diva. Kuki holding close. Pulse bomb in hand. ColorHex, oh my god, Nico's just ready. Holding the angle. Head taken off immediately from ColorHex. On the back foot now, Ramatra. Zen coming out from Frogger. Niang onto the Widow. They need picks to get themselves out of this, and Nano Primal time is coming up very quickly. Primal has been invested. Niang onto the high ground. KSG's already killed one in the backline, and it might just be over, just like this, all over the Widow. Nowhere to go. Just for Tracer on point. Pulse bomb out. Doesn't find anything, and Varrel 3-1. All right. Honestly, impressive performance from Varrel. You maybe have to raise some question marks here of how do we end up on a dive mirror here on MFC's map pick? Not where you want to find yourself up against Varrel. Varrel more than happy to oblige. We saw the gap. Huge nades coming out from Cloud. KSG good with the primals. And yeah, Varrel will secure themselves what will likely end up being third place. Obviously, there's still another round of games to come. So this is going to put Varrel on a 1-2. MFC still have a game to play, of course, but that game is against Falcons. So you very much anticipate that Falcons will be closing that one out, and that will secure Varrel the third place spot and the regional pride. We're going to get 99 Divine versus Vortex Wolf tomorrow as well. So a chance of a rematch for Japan versus Pacific, as well as the other all-Korean game, and the final game from Group B. Will the stream go on for replay? We've got quite a while, right, because it's starting later, so I'm probably... I mean, I could do a replay if people want. I'm trying to think. Well, let's see who the player of the match is. KSG? Yeah. Yeah, I can... Yeah. Seems good enough to me. Sidemen charity match watch party. Play uncoachable. Now, I think if anything, we'll replay these games, because I think people will be keen to see the... what do you call it? The Zeta versus Falcons game. But yeah, Japan on top here. Good for it throughout as well, right? One difficult maps for them. Also, I mean... Yeah, one of the difficult... Antarctica Peninsula was the big one, right? That should have been the map that was too hard for them outside sub-level, but didn't seem that hard at all. Nico playing really well. KSG looks for part. Cloud hitting every nade. Everything you want out of a team, you know? Some dodgy moments from Mimosa. but everyone else more than doing their job. Highlights here from KSG. Started on the ball, finished it on the Winston. I mean, always felt whenever we played against this, when they were Team Japan at the World Cup, it was always KSG all the players were talking about afterwards. Like, this guy's actually cracked. If I ever see Simtor ball again, I will freak out. It's alright. It's alright, Color Hex. Always, I mean, it was always going to be hard when it got to the point where it was like hybrid escort left for the last 2 maps. Team like Varrel, very difficult.
선수와 인터뷰 준비되어 있다고 합니다. KS
Ooh,
선수
KSG interview.
안녕하세요. konnichiwa.
はい、こんにちは。안녕하세요。 は
네.
い。
KS 선수 먼저 승리 축하드립니다. 오늘 경기 치르신 소감
Does
부탁드리겠습니다.
KSG speak Korean as well?
はい、ケースさん、今日の勝利おめでとう
translator.
ございます。
ありがとうございます。
마지막 질문이 뭐셨지?
그 이번 경기 치르신 소감
Look at KSG.
부탁드리겠습니다.
今回の勝利について
What a lively
一
guy.
言お
같은
願い。
경우에는 일본 선수이기 때문에 통역과 함께
めちゃくちゃ嬉しいですね。初戦とその次の試合、ファルコンズさんとゼタさんにボコボコにされたんで結構不安だったんですけど、まあ思い切りよくできてよかったなと、はい、思います。
네, 정말 기쁘고요. 앞선 2경기에 정말 좀 좋지 않은 성적을 보였었는데 오늘 경기 이겨서 정말 기쁩니다.
자 그리고 이제 재팬 지역과 퍼시픽 지역 같은 경우에 사실 좀 요 몇 년 동안 치열하게 부딪혔는데 또 이렇게 오랜만에 퍼시픽 지역을 상대로 승리를 가져오셨어요. 그런 만큼 좀
All the little like
감회가
black
새로울 것
lines that
같은데
keep
어떠세요?
flashing up make it
이런
feel
구도에
like
대해서
he's
좀
talking
어떻게
to us from
생각하십니까?
some kind of like underground
今まで
practice
ジャパンと
facility.
パシフィックの大会ってほぼ先輩っていう歴史があるんですけど、今回の勝ちってどのような意味があるんでしょうか？
そうですね。なんか個人的にはその
The
変に意識
static
しちゃってる
too,
という
yeah.
か、なんかその勝てるって思ってるけどなんか結構不安の中で戦ってたので、今回勝ててこれからより自信を持ってプレイできるんじゃないかなと、はい、思います。
지금까지 성적 같은 것도 있고 해가지고 저희 굉장히 좀 이기고 있는 중에서도 의식하면서 플레이하게 됐었고요. 이기고 있지만 불안한 마음이 있었는데 오늘 승리로 인해서 앞으로 좀 자신 있게 플레이할 수 있을 것 같습니다.
아무래도 바렐이 이번 시즌에 여러 가지 좀 역경과 고난을 넘어오면서 팀적으로
Jelly
조금
Beast
더
has become
강해졌다는 이야기들이
enemy
조금씩
number
많이
one.
들려오고 있는데 또
Saying they were
퍼시픽
fighting for the
승리를
win while
거뒀고
worried about
점점
it.
더 뭐
Okay, thank you,
팀적으로
Macy.
좀 많은 걸 넘어가면서 성장했다는 느낌을 받을 것 같거든요. 한국에도 팬분들이 많아요. 그래서 한국 팬분들한테도 좀 한마디 좀 해주셨으면 좋겠거든요.
で今までのバレルの成績とか
Yeah,
そういう
the
ストーリーが
static
多
I
分
think
今
is
に
from
伝わっ
like
ている状況
KSG's
です。
side.
で、そのストーリーのそのおかげで韓国側でもファンが増えている状況です。で、そういうファンの方々になんか一言お願いします。
いつも応援ありがとうございます。パシフィック地域とかで勝ち上がらないと、その公式試合にはあまり出られない状態なんですけど、もっと上手くなっていっぱい出たいと思います。ありがとうございます。
항상 응원 감사드립니다. 퍼시픽을 이겨야지 좀 더 공식 대회에 나올 수 있다고 생각하고 있는데 조금 더 열심히 해서 좋은 모습 보여드릴 수 있도록 하겠습니다.
이제 팬 이야기가 나왔으니까 말인데 그 KSG 선수의 닉네임이 이 알파벳 세 글자다 보니까 일종의 약자잖아요. 그래서 많은 좀
Korean saying how
이름들을
his fans in
그
Korea now after
약자에
they've done well the
맞춰서
last
좀
few
만들어주고
years.
계세요.
And he's just thanking the
KSG
Korean
선수
fans.
한국어를 좀
That's
잘
nice.
하는 걸로 알고 있는데
I mean,
혹시
Varrel always a
본인이
pretty fun team
한국에서
to
어떻게
watch.
불리는지 알고 계신가요?
KSG さんのハンドルネームって今 KSG その3文字に出ているんですけど、韓国側でそういうKSG という文字を使っていろんなあだ名っていうハンドルネームが作られている状況です。で、韓国側でもし聞いたそういうハンドル名前ってあります？
そうですね、キム・ソンギュとかなんかあれですよね、KSG になぞらえてだと思うんですけど、韓国の人たちのプレイ、すごくリスペクトしてるので、その名前が似合うぐらい、これから上手くなっていけたらなと思い
I
ます。
don't know what he's saying, but I really enjoy the
여러 가지
entry.
들었는데 그중에서 김성규라고 하는 거를 들어본 적이 있고요. 그런 어떤 리스펙을 해주시는 걸로 제가 봐드리고 조금 더 잘하는 모습 보여드릴 수 있도록 더 열심히 노력하겠습니다.
혹시 그러면 그 KSG가 좀 어떤 의미인지 그 KSG 선수에게 오피셜한 좀 의견을 들어볼 수 있을까요?
韓国側ではまだKSG という名前の本当の意味をまだ伝われてない状況だと思います。で、今の機会についてそういう
Asking him the
KSG
meaning.
ってというのは何なのかって
Korean meanings
お
are
願い
named
で
after
き
someone
ます
called
か？
Kim Sung
はい。ショ
Jun.
ットガンの名前で、小学校の頃にそのゲームで使うハンドルネームに迷ってた時に、友達に、じゃあ KSGにしなよって言われて、気に入って使ってます。
이제 어렸을 적에 초등학교 때 어떤 게임 이름을 정하고 있었는데요. 그때 옆에 친구가 야 그러면 KSG로 해라고 해서 정해진 닉네임이라고 합니다.
오늘 볼 컨디션이 되게 좀 인상적이었거든요. 뭐 이제 팀적으로 준비된 카드였긴 했겠지만 볼도 했었고 윈스턴도 했었고 다양한 캐릭터들을 많이 플레이해본 소감으로 어떤 캐릭터가 본인한테 지금 현재 가장 자신 있는 캐릭터라는 생각이 드시나요?
今日のレッキングボールのコンディションって本当にいい調
Kim
子だと思い
Shotgun.
ます。で、チーム的にそういうカードを用意したと思うんですが、今回いろいろ見せたウィンスターとかレッキングボールとかそういう中で一番自分の中に、自分にこういうキャラが似合うなっていうキャラとかあるんですか？
今回だと、シグマが一番自信ありましたかね。ヤホコーチとペインコーチがいろいろ用意してくださるんですけど、個人的にはシグマが一番気に入ってます。
팀적으로도 페인 코치가 이런
Oh, it's a
저런
childhood
많은
name?
걸 준비를 해주고
Okay.
있는데요. 개인적으로는 시그마가 가장 잘 어울린다고 생각하고 있습니다.
자, 그리고 이제 아시아에서의 여정을 좀 이제 당장 그룹 스테이지에서는 마무리를 하게 된 바렐인데 아무래도 여러 팀들을 만나 보셨잖아요. 같은 리전에 속한 재팬
It's honestly it's a KSG
다른
gap.
지역의 팀들 중에 좀 가장 인상 깊게 보신
Most
팀이
confident is Sigma?
어떤 팀이
Okay.
있을까요?
今日によって
His
アジアの予
KSG,
定
his
は
energy
終わ
has
ったんですけ
captivated
ど、
me.
でグループの中には他に、他のジャパンの以外の他の地域のチームの中で気になるチームってあるんでしょうか？
正直どこもかなり強いなと感じてるし、POV とかも見て参考にさせてもらってる選手ばかりなのであれなんですけど、それこそゼタディビジョンさんとかとなんか戦ってみれたらなと思ってました。はい。
솔직히 이번에 참가하는 팀들 모두 다 강해서 개인 영상이나 이런 것들 보면서 공부를 하고 있는 상황인데 확실히 좀 제타가 좀 많이 신경 쓰였습니다.
네, 그리고 마지막으로
Fuck you,
또 이제
Chris.
바렐의 세계
Thank you,
여정이
Arthur.
계속되고 있습니다. 좀
Reward for
앞으로의 바렐이
translation.
나아갈
Ask him about his
길에 대한
favorite team.
포부를 좀
Says he's watching
들어보면서
all the teams
인터뷰를
POVs all
마무리해
the
보고
time. He
싶습니다.
really likes Zeta.
はい、最後の質問です。今までバレルって、世界に向かう挑戦が続けている状況ですけど、今日の最後の一言お願いします。バレルの、なんていうか、こういう話をしたかったっていうものはあるんでしょうか？
はい、次のシーズンもステージ2もいっぱい努力して皆さんにいい姿を見せれるよう頑張るので応援よろしくお願いします。
はい。 다음 스테이지 2도 더 많은 준비를 해서 더 좋은 모습 보여드릴 수 있도록 연습하고 노력하겠습니다. 감사합니다.
네, 이상으로 오늘의 마지막 경기 승리한 바렐팀의 KSG 선수와 인터뷰 나눠봤습니다. 다시 한번 승리 축하드리면서 인터뷰 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
아리가또 고자마스.
ありがとうございます。
Ask Ralph if he wants to say something about Varrel. He says he's going to work hard for next season. All right. And that tidies us up, right? Day 3 in the books. Seems like all but all seems pretty set now. Obviously, let me refresh this. Obviously, in this game, can you see on my screen? Yeah, this is the Varrel 99 Divine game. Could go either way. A chance for Pacific to maybe get a little bit more revenge. Obviously, that is first seed from Pacific versus second seed of Japan. And then we'll get Wei versus Crazy Raccoon. The expectation, obviously, that Crazy Raccoon can close it out. Get themselves that top seed. And, of course, the expectation that Falcons do close out against MFC. And get themselves the top seed out of Group B as well. So, alright. Nice little one there. Let's, obviously, this is not the end. This is... what did I say? I meant Vortex Wolf versus 99 Divine. You only know Japanese, so rare. I mean, still impressive. I said Varrel. Yeah, sorry. Vortex Wolf versus 99 Divine to fight that out in Group A for the 3rd, 4th spot. All right. So that is setting us up quite nicely, but this is not the... Are the playoff teams decided? Yeah. So we know it's going to be these 4 teams, but we just don't know. We don't know the exact order yet. But obviously the Group B one should all be sorted, right? Because unless Falcons lose to MFC, which I just I just can't see, you know. I just can't see the the lose to Varrel into beat Falcons the next day type. I mean, look, if anyone will sing you the powers of Slingshot Theory, it's me. But this slingshot is like, you know, there's not enough pullback, you know, you need more pullback. So yeah, playoffs start next week on, is it Friday? I can't remember exactly. I think it's, yeah, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, whatever the 14th is, which is indeed the Friday. Okay, yeah, 14th for Friday. So yeah, we'll get all of that, and then we'll get, these are all going to be best of 7s. And I think we'll probably just get like 2 games a day. Yeah, 14th for our opening games. 15th, and then this will be 16th. Yeah, so a very big day, next week for in Asia. So decent break, yeah. So the actual LAN isn't until April the 17th or something. I think a calendar up. 18th, April the 18th for the LAN. So yeah, a pretty long break. I think what most teams in the West are expecting to do is, if they qualify, they'll take a little break immediately after the regional playoffs, and then they'll come back and play sort of 3 or so weeks in the lead up to China. What am I going to do during the break? We're going to have OWCS China to stream as well as the relegation promotion matches. So there'll be opportunities to watch some decent Overwatch during all of that as well. Probably get some interviews going as well once we know our teams. I probably won't do them immediately after qualification though. I'll wait until a little bit closer to the time, just to sort of get like a better feel of how preparation and everything is going for them. Yeah, in reality, between China and stuff, it's still going to be like a relatively busy few weeks. What we should talk about, of course, as well, is we do have, as much as it all gets settled in Asia next week, it gets settled in EMEA in North America this weekend. So 2 games later today, TU versus TM to kick us off, and then VP versus Al Qudsiya. And remember, that VP versus Al Qudsiya game, winner goes to China. Winner qualifies for the LAN straight up. So huge progress. Do you reckon if I had a clear PNG off of perks, you could probably snatch it from like OBS Sojourn's thing? I know she has like a Google spreadsheet, or there's also, if you type !perks, there's also a website that Scorer made as like a little bit of a breakdown. Where is it? This one? There we go. So I imagine if you want, you could probably steal like these. I don't know if it'll let you save the image, but maybe that's like your best bet. What was I gonna say? All right, yeah. So yep, qualification. So 1 team qualifies to China today in the EMEA. All right, and 1 team gets eliminated from their chance to qualify for China today. So big options, or big games on both sides of the equation. Similar story in North America. One of SSG, crossing my fingers for SSG, and Team Liquid will qualify for China today. Timeless versus Nightmare are also going to play their elimination game as well. So stakes couldn't be higher in those regions. Yeah, Backbone will be joining me as well. So we can lock in for all of that, I think. Let me stop the VOD right now. And yeah, we'll be back for that. I'll probably... What am I going to do? Am I going to go watch for football? It's on right now. It is, isn't it? Currently goalless. Maybe I'll just go watch for football. Alright, do we want to replay then as well? I'll go get myself some lunch and everything. Come back well rested. Well rested for the next one. Are you going to work? Work on a Saturday? Unbelievable. Imagine having to work on a Saturday. Alright, let's wrap this up then. Let me get all this stuff queued up. Let's see. Add VLC video source. Playlist. Let me add to the playlist. Wait, I need to rename this. Give me a sec. While I just and this is gonna be Varrel versus MFC. Wait, I didn't hold on.